Welcome to the seminar for Smart City 1, for which MSRDC has been appointed as the Special Planning Authority by Government of Maharashtra. Let us take you through the motive behind formation of Navi Mumbai and the current scenario with our suggestions for the development. In perspective of decongesting the city of Mumbai with reference to its population, CIDCO had been established, and through CIDCO, the well-planned city of Navi Mumbai has come into existence. But meanwhile, certain problems also arose. CIDCO had allotted land on 4 verticals and constructed structures. At the initial stage, CIDCO had constructed houses and building structures on plot area of 24 square meters, 28 square meters, 32 square meters and 40 square meters. After that, those who had asked for the plots were allotted the same, and development had been done by forming a society. Likewise, the 12.5% of the land acquired by CIDCO had been allotted to farmers. This was one of the sources for private developers to get the land. CIDCO has sold plots by issuing tenders, and till today the same practice is in existence. In this area, about 700 to 800 developers are doing their business irrespective of the volume of their business. But as many plots have been put in the process of tender as only 5 to 10 developers will be able to purchase the land. Because of this, there is competition between developers, and allotment of plot by any other means has been totally stopped without any notice since last 3 years. As an outcome of this, the plots have acquired sky-touching rates, and the dwellings, which were costing from 10 to 30 lakhs, have been shot up to 50 to 80 lakhs. And 3 BHK to 4 BHK dwellings are being sold at crores of rupees. The basic reason behind this high rise in prices is that the plot allotment process from CIDCO is nearly stopped, and along with it, the number of commencement certificates has also touched remarkably low value due to different types of charges and tedious and time-consuming process of no objection certificates. In such a scenario, the developers have no other option than entering into Panvel and areas surrounding to the proposed Navi Mumbai International Airport. But MMRDA had not prepared any development plan for this region, even though the validity of existing plan had expired in the year 2011. As a result, due to lack of revised development plan in the entire area, the plots remained marked under G1, G2, having maximum FSI of 0.2, and U1, U2 zone having maximum FSI of 0.35, which is very low FSI, and the development has come to a halt. Due to lack of dedicated authority in this area, encroachment has taken place at very rapid speed, and unplanned and unauthorized dwellings and societies were built. There was no authority in existence to provide the basic infrastructure such as roads, electricity, water, etc. By sensing the danger of the future, MCHI had met the former Chief Minister of Maharashtra State, Shri Prithvirajji Chauhan, at the Sahyadri Guest House in May 2011 and brought the above facts to his notice and approached him to appoint a separate authority who will be authorized as well as responsible for providing basic infrastructure for 25-kilometer radius area of proposed Navi Mumbai Airport. Mr. Prakash Baviskar, former Vice President of MCHI, had done the presentation, and Mr. Manohar Shroff, the General Secretary of MCHI, was also part of the presentation team. By considering the authenticity of demand, the former Honorable Chief Minister had appointed CIDCO as Special Planning Authority for the said area on 10th January 2013. It is called Navi Mumbai Airport Influenced Notified Area, that is NAINA. It was expected that the land in this area will immediately get road and proper infrastructure with FSI. But The decision of appointing CIRCO has turned hazardous because working strategy of CIRCO has a business point of view. At the initial stage, the local residents and the government were also under positive impression as the CIRCO would be developing this area. The rates of land parcels and plots have risen dramatically. But as per the clauses mentioned in MRTP Act, the proposed development plan for the entire area was supposed to be sent for approval to government by SPA, that is CIRCO, within the span of 3 years from its appointment. Out of 270 villages, only for 23 villages the proposed development plan was prepared, and nobody could have thought in the worst of their dreams that this development plan will act as a nail in the coffin of development. In last 3 years, 27 commencement certificates were issued, but these commencement certificates were expected to be issued in a span of 1 month's time. It is impossible for any landowner in this area to pay OCSDC charges of Rs 2,311 per square meter and development charges of Rs 500 per square meter, which computes to a total of Rs 2,811 per square meter. And even after paying such humongous amounts, there is no provision of roads approaching the plots. The road network which will be built will not be adjacent to the residential land. The road networks around our own plots need to be constructed at our own cost. Further, the land adjacent to these roads built by CIRCO will not be allotted for any commercial purpose or to any landowner. During the phase of raising suggestions or objections, nearly 4,000 objections have been raised regarding the draft IDP of NAINA Phase 1. But unfortunately, none of them have been considered, and the reasons for not considering the objections were also not provided. Such a plan has been sent to government for approval without considering any queries raised. And if the same gets approved as it is, then it will not boost the development in this area, but on the contrary, it will stop the development. Expectation from MSRDC. It is necessary that area is to be developed as per town planning scheme. The plots which are square or rectangle in shape should be given for development. The land required for road networks and other basic infrastructure should be acquired from landowners, and developed land should be given to them in return. Until the development of entire area is done, approval should be given as per ABC rules and regulations. At the beginning, the development plan has to be prepared and sent for approval of government, and only after approval the same can be implemented. Until then, as per Shahpur Taluka, the entire zone needs to be treated as free zone and permissions to be allotted accordingly. Or, as per the government resolved on 4th January 2016 for zone changing, the same to be applied to MSRDC area and zone changing to be done by charging the specified premium. A stipulated time period should be decided for preparing the town planning scheme and development plans of town planning scheme, and the same needs to be strictly adhered to. But during this process, the development in the area should not be interrupted. During the preparation of development plan, the charges should be levied as per the rest of MMRDA zone as the Raigad Town Planning Department charges, and only after final development plan is approved, development charges can be charged at the time of actual development. For the plot area at measuring more than 5 acres, the internal development should be as per the developer, or the landowner should be granted as per the MRTP Act. If the charges are accumulating more than 5% of the government value, then there should be an option of surrendering EWS, LIG, or up to 60 square meter dwellings costing equivalent to the charges to MSRDC. Those landowners that are willing to pay the charges should have an option of doing so. There should be a single window clearance for the faster development. We hope that these suggestions will be considered by MSRDC while preparing the development plan and development control rules for the smart city. We are looking forward for the smart city taking its best shape at the earliest. Thank you.